Okay, hey there Facebook. I'll just shut this door. Good morning everybody. See somebody's joined me. Oh no, see if anybody's joined me. Yeah, okay. Hopefully I'm coming out live. I'm going to do a training session with the puppy. He's had a very busy weekend. He was with me this weekend when I taught up a seminar in Durham. Specifically on obedience. That was great to do a course or a seminar specifically on obedience, which is because I train so many different things and work on behavioural stuff and arousal and shaping, etc. It's quite nice to get a group of people that are really focused on intending on obedience. So I'm going to do a little announcement after we finish our training, so bear with me on that one. So one of the things that I talked about this weekend was having a distinct switch on. Okay, people are joining me. Okay, just give me a thumbs up to let me know that you can hear me okay, if anybody's watching. So one of the things I talked about this weekend was having a switch on word and a switch off word. So I'm going to show you how I teach that with the puppy. Good, excellent. Swap this across, bear with me. I'm going to show you how I teach that to a puppy, or certainly to this puppy, and the importance of having it. So the switch on word for my dogs tells them that I need them to be attentive and engaged. So normally I do that just before I'm about to go and compete with them or when I'm warming them up, etc. It says to them that I need them to give me their undivided attention and focus, and it essentially creates a bubble around us. We're all very comfortable with bubbles with COVID, but it creates a bubble around us where they are going to get reinforcement, they're always going to be successful, they're going to be protected, they're not going to have any dogs encroach their space. So when they're first learning the concept, I'm really mindful of where I do it. You know what's happening. So how I start that, the concept of having an on word, is I do quite a big dramatic setup with my puppies to let them know that we're about to start training. So I have a little green bowl here, which is off the side, which I put on the side. It's got some of his food treats in it. So he really knows, as you can see, he's super excited and he's a little bit vocal, so I'm going to wait for him to start vocalising before I start the game, because I want the dog to be in the correct headspace. And he's a bit antsy at the moment. Let's turn him around. Good. So obviously I can pick him up at the moment, which is a great way to teach this. I can pop him down the ground and then switch him on, or just before I pop him down. However, if your dog isn't as small as him, or you're not able to pick the dog up, you can do it by sitting on a chair, okay? So I'm not going to let him down just yet, because it's really important. I don't want him to be getting all agitated before he starts training. So I've got some food in my pocket. Good, and I'm just going to feed him that because he's getting a little bit antsy, waiting for me to get organised. So obviously I wouldn't normally do this with such a delay, but for the purpose of explanation, I'm going to show you how I train it. So I'd have my puppy in my arms, or I'd be sitting on a chair and I'd stand up from the chair. A really big physical gesture, so the dog absolutely knows that you're going to ask them to engage with them, and I start to interact. He's already understands that concept, me popping him down the ground, so he's learnt that part of the exercise or the game. So now I'm going to introduce the cue. So my dog's cue, okay, tells them that they need to be super attentive and focused. Note my odd socks. It's odd sock day at school, so Neve's got odd socks, so I always have odd socks, so there you go. So I'm going to say his magic word and effectively switch him on, okay? Now in this session I'm going to do a couple of things. I'm going to revise some things that you've seen him do before, and I'm going to introduce a new behaviour, which is standing square on 2 platforms. I'm going to show you how to teach that. And he's done the beginnings of a retrieve, so I'm just getting him to pick up an article, and I'll show you what we've got on that and a little down position, okay? So again, a switch on cue is a really important thing to teach your dog, because it teaches them to be focused and allows you to get them in the right headspace really, really quickly, okay? So obviously I didn't want him whinging, so I just wanted him to just calm down a little bit, so I'm just feeding him a couple of treats. So he knows that I've got food on him, and I'm going to switch him on by popping him on the ground. So, ready, steady, yep, good. As soon as he turns towards me, I click him, good boy, yep. And at this stage, all I'm clicking is attention. So if he looks at me, yep, good boy. He can offer a position if he wants. It doesn't really matter. He looks at me. Let's see. Yep, yeah, good boy. And if you know, I'm going passive. Okay, I'm going still, and I'm letting the puppy activate me. So, move a bit. Good. Yep, hey. So he's learning to push me, press the button as it were, to make me become super exciting and fun. Okay, now I might also reward remotely. Can you talk to me about that? You know, good way. So let's move around, see if you're good. Yep, that was a nice choice, because he went to go to the tub. Good boy. And he came back to me. Good. So I'm going to reward him for your tub on this one. Ideally, we don't want the jumping up, but I'm going to ignore it in this session. We can work towards that. Don't want to try too many things at one time. See if you can move and maintain attention and focus. Good. Good. Yep. Good. Super. Yay. Good boy. Get it. Oh, did you get it? Yeah. Well done. Good. Get it. Swipe. So introducing some name game in there just to keep the energy level up. So I'm going to focus on me. I'm going to move around. Yep. Good. Good. And again, being passive and then activating myself, being excited when I click him. Around a bit more. Yep. Good. So I don't just want him to sit and stare at me. I'd like him to also be able to move around. Okay. So happy with that. I'm going to move on now. So I'm going to see if he just does the cues that he knows. I'm going to do a revision of those. So twist. Yep. Good. So he absolutely understands that one. That cue, that behaviour on a verbal alone. Okay. So twist. Yep. So no movement for me. And he seems to understand that. Oh, there you go, baby. Good. So let's do twirl. That one he's sticky on, so I'm going to go help him. Good boy. Good. Okay. And that's always the case. Your dog will have a natural preference. Twirl. Help him a bit with body language. Okay. Good. Yay! Super. Show him, but I'm not going to reward him that time. See if he can do it on his own. Twirl. Go Mose. Go Mose. Haha. Good boy, well done. Okay, so I'm going to do a few repetitions. I don't want him to get frustrated. I can hear a little bit of vocalization there. And that's what I'm going to do. Twirl. Yep, good. Go back a stage. Okay. Good. Twirl. Yep, good. Well done. Twirl. Yeah, get it. Good boy, well done. Good. Again, just reminding him. Twirl. Yay! Good boy. Well done. Okay? Good. You're trying hard, aren't you? So let's just help him. Twirl. Yep, good. Okay? So I'm not going to keep on and on and on, and that's a note to self. They often get little struggles when you start to put verbal cues and get them mixed up. If that happens, just backtrack a little bit, help the dog, teach the dog what you want, okay? Ready? Okay, let's do Aussie. Yep. Good. Super. Do Aussie. Yep. Good. Get it. Okay. So let's do again. So let's just remind you. Come here. Aussie. Yep. Good. So obviously I've got to get him in motion to see if he understands that cue. Okay. Do Aussie. So. Good boy. Okay, that was really clever. Aussie. Yep. Good. Super. Good. Really soft and good. Well done. All right. So I'm going to do. We've been working on his down. So and I'm just again starting to lure that initially and fade my lure. Yep. Good. So he drops his chest there. Yep. Good. Okay. Get it. I'm going to feed him in position. So, what I don't like about this position is here the way he puts his back feet out. Okay, so I'm going to fiddle around with this one for a little while. Get it? Good. Before I put a cue on it, because I really don't like the fact that he's shifting. That's better. That's a better one. Yeah. So I want him to be neater in that position. That's just an aesthetic thing and also a technical thing. I don't want him splaying his back legs like that. So I'm going to just play around with how I reward him. Get it? Good. And see if I can draw him forward because he's get it. That's better. Good boy. Good. Get it? Good. And that could also be a growth thing. So I'm not going to make a big drama of it. Get it? Nice. Good boy. Get it? Good. Nice one. Good. So I see the one. Get it? Good. Nice. Ready? Get it? Nice. Good. He's obviously offering the core movement as well, so he's conflicted about my hand. Get it? Good. But because I've got those, I start the process of putting those on cues. Good. I can ignore that behaviour. Good boy. Get it? Good. Nice. That's better. All right. So that leg's still cooked out. I would make a little note that, again, it's a growth thing. He's only just doing that recently, so it could be where he's growing. So I'm not going to overly pick that, but definitely not going to put a Q on it. And again, the reason being is I don't want to label something until it's exactly how I want. Good boy. Let's do some, okay, let's do your little tree balls. Good. Nice. So I'm going to just shape the jumping up the counter out of him. So if I go to that and he doesn't jump, I'm going to reinforce. Good. So he offers an SIT there, which is great. Okay, let's see if we do this one. So we've started this where we've just got him to... Yep. Good. So he grabs it, rewarding him. Yep. Good. Super. Good. Okay. Change the direction. Yep. Good. Okay. So all I want is him to pick it up. I can finesse the the details of how once he's really confident on this bit. Yep. Good. Good. So at this stage, when you first do retrieves, quicker train retrieves, it's very common that the puppy will hold it badly, chew it, etc. But at first, all I want him to do is pick it up. Okay. Yep. Good. That's a bit premature on my part. Let's go again. Yep. Good. A little bit of duration there. Momentary pause. See if I can get that again. Wait, metal. I'm turning this in this way so you guys can see him thinking. Yep. Good. Any little tiny pause there. Yep. Better. Good. Good. So I'm going to move that on. See if I can just get a fraction more time out of it. Let's see what happens. Yep. Good. I'm going to stop on that one. Okay. So when you first shape a retrieve, you need to move the criteria on relatively quickly, but not to the point of where the dog's likely to fail. So I wouldn't jump from, say, 1 second to 5 seconds. I'd go for 1 second, maybe 2 seconds, and stop at 3 seconds at most, and then build forward from that. Say, for example, in my next session, I might go for 2 seconds, 3 seconds, and then 4 seconds, just making sure that I'm making steady progress forward. Okay, so at the weekend, I got these new toys, which are these little planks, okay, and what I want him to do is to eventually stand on both of the narrow green, can you see that? Green sides. But to start this off, I want to first teach him to just, good, step on with 4 feet. So I'm going to go closely, good. So he obviously thinks that I want the 2 feet on, so yay, good, nice, get it, and I'm going to just, yay, good, feed him the standing. At this stage, I'm not even concerned about how straight or square he is, that will come in a second. Okay, come on. Did you get it? Good. Yeah, good, nice, good, super. So he's doing that nicely, I'm going to move, okay, get it. He's a part of fraction. Good, nice, okay. Just a tiny weeny bit. Good, get it. Good, okay. Good boy. He's got his legs stuck there. Good boy. That's better. Good boy. Nice. Good. Good. Super. Get it. Good. Okay. See if he works that out. Yay. Super. Okay. He's got his foot slightly ahead there. He's trying to get all foot on 4 feet on the green item. I want 2 on the front feet. 2 front feet on the green and 2 back feet, I should say, on the black. So I'm going to just see if he figures it out. Wait him that bit. Good boy. Think about moving. Good. So he's standing, so that's better. So just by reinforcing him a bit lower, I get him to kick his back legs out. Okay, get it? Good boy. So I'm going to just stop for a second while I reload treats. Okay? Good boy. Oh, run out of noise. Okay, so I'm going to top my bowl up. Good boy. Take him with me. Carry on with that. Good. Okay. So I noticed I picked these up whilst I was out the room. The reason being is that if he'd spontaneously gone and jumped it, I wouldn't have been in a position to reinforce him good. So I'm going to wait for him to be still. Jumping. Yeah, good. Okay. Good, lad. Super. Good. Get it? So, because I broke my session up because I had to go outside. Good. Into the change room. I just went back a stage, and as you saw, I put them together again. Get it? Okay. So moving it on a fraction. Okay. That's a little bit harder. See if he figures it out. So I'm going to wait and see if he works this out. Good boy. Think about moving away. Good. He's confused because he's obviously on the black perch or step. So I'm going to just see if he just starts to think about, good boy. Okay. Let him acknowledge that. Good boy. This is hard, this is. Good boy. So I like him. So start to just acknowledge. Good boy. Good boy. So I'm just rewarding him for taking note. Although he's just moving towards it, I'm going to see if he just figures out that he's got to shift his weight and alter his position. Let's bring it a bit closer. Let's help him out a bit. Good, nice. Better, good. Good boy. Super, nice. Good lad. Well done. Okay, get it. Just kicks his back legs out, wait for the game. Hard, isn't it? Oh, going for a wing on the perch. Okay. That's him all over, spontaneously winging. Good, so I'm going to just break him off, get it. Good. 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 Good, feed him off there. Okay. Ooh, good. Hop up. Hop up. Good boy. Good. Good. So I'm going to wait him out. See if he figures it out. So I want him to put his back feet on, okay? Is that hard? So I'm going to wait and see, give him a moment to figure it out. See if he just starts to think about moving around. Okay. Yay. Oh, it's a bit wobbly, isn't it? Let's leave you off, just adjust these. I want them to wobble. Put my knees on them so they don't move. Yay. Now the easiest thing would be good, nice, to show him, but I don't want to show him. I want him to figure it out, okay? Good. Let's try again. Yay, good. Hip up. Good boy. So, good boy. Yay, good. That's better. Good. It's hard, isn't it? Yay, good. Okay, good. I'm going to break him up for a second. That was really good. Okay? Good. Yeah. Good, you're trying really hard, okay? Let's try again. Okay. Yay, super. So help him there with my body language. Good boy, super. Nice. Get it? Good. Nice. Good. So I'm feeding him low deliberately to try and get him to weight shift backwards. Yay, good. Good. Get it? Okay? Thinking about where I'm feeding him. Good. Super. Get it? Good. Well, did you get it? I'm going to help him. Okay, I'm going to change. So, just because of obviously the camera's facing that way, I'm going to make this easier for the pup. Okay? So, because of the way he's approaching it, I'm going to help him be more successful for just changing it up a little bit by having him come on that way. Good boy, super. So I'm going to throw off that way. Good. He comes on, reward. So just by simply changing the orientation of how I throw, get it? I'm getting more successes, okay? So now I can, yeah, super. He may have worked it out, okay? You can see he was getting a bit stuck there, okay? So I just, good, review my training plan. Good. I'm not going to reward that one. Good. Yay, super, help him a bit. Good boy, nice. Good boy, okay? Gonna reward him off. Get it? Throw it straight. Or off an angle, slight angle there. Yay, good. Good, wait him out. See if he puts that back foot. Yay, super. Good boy. Nice. Okay, this side, hip up. Get it? Good. Nice. Good. So he's not got his back foot on, so I fed him one treat just to... Yay, super. Good. Good. Get it? Okay. So now I'm going to see if I can click him, okay? When he does the right thing. Yep. Good. Super boy. Get it? Yeah, down there. Good. Almost. See if he now adjusts himself. Good. Yay, that's good. So you made a slight little adjustment there to back up. Good boy, which is great. Good boy. Managing him. Go get it. Good boy. Yeah, good. Yep. Super. Good. Okay, thinking about how I deliver my reinforcement. It's in position almost like a bowl. Yeah, so I can keep him straight. Get it? There you go. Oh, did you get it? Oh, here. There, get that one. It's there. There you go. It's there. Look. Yay, good boy. It's there. Get it. Good. Good. So I'm going to change the angle slightly. Yep. Good. Okay. Just to see if it's not a fluke. Get it? Here, look. There, stand up. Oh, you missed it. It's here. Look, here. Here. Get it? Good. Yep. Good. Super. So now I'm going to make it slightly harder. There you go. Get it. Throw it off there. See if he figures this out. Good boy. Good. Yep. Good. So nice little thinking there. Good boy. Where he figured out, okay, that was a slightly... If I throw it off straight, it's a lot easier for him to make the approach. But what I'm looking for is he figuring out what I want. Is he just fluking it because of essentially just running towards me? Good boy. Super. Okay. If I throw it off at an angle, get it? Now he has to make some effort, okay, even if it's just a tiny bit of effort, to position himself on the item. So now he's got himself a bit stuck. Let's see what he does. It's a lot for a baby. Sure. See if he figures it out. Did you forget? He's trying his little heart out. Good boy. Yay. Super. Wandering off. See if we can get that. That's a treat, that's what you're smelling. Yay. Good. Good boy. Nice. Good. Okay, let's make it on an angle. Let's see if he figures it out. It's hard, isn't it? He's on thinking. Good boy. Yay. Good boy. So he's starting to move his back in. I'm going to reward that effort. Good. Yay. Yep. Yay! What a good boy! Well done. So I'm going to stop there. That was a lot for a baby to figure out and work through that. Okay. So absolutely chuffed to bits with how he processed that information and how he's figured it out. Because you could see a really, really good boy. That too. Furrowing his eyebrow, well, you probably couldn't see his face, but him working out what I wanted him to do. So the tendency from a lot of people when they're showing, good boy, that was really good, is to help the dog or assist by luring the dog or manipulating them with their body. So I helped him a little bit by changing the orientation because you saw he was struggling when I did it this way, okay? So I did some easier reps where it was an angle so I could get him to approach it. Then I started to challenge him by making it slightly harder. He did that, just at slight angles. But when I did it at quite where he almost had to do a 90-degree turn, you could see he struggled. So that told me he wasn't, when he did it at those angles, he didn't really know what I want. He was fluking it, okay? So that's really important when you train your dog to understand, does the dog really know what you want, or is it an illusion, which was I was creating it by my throwing of my rewards. Good boy, you were so good. But when I threw it at a slight angle, you could see him get a bit, start to struggle and go, I'm not sure what you want. He never gave up, which was amazing for a puppy of his age. And he stayed really thoughtful and tried. He got a little bit frustrated, which is fine. I want to teach him, good boy. I want him to learn to work through that little bit of frustration and figure out what I want him to do. Eugene, good boy. He did that absolutely brilliantly. He never got wound up, he never gave up. He sort of had a little bit of a wander sometimes, but that's fine. I'm there to help him if he, if he totally wandered off, I would wait for him to come back and make a decision to come back in the game. But he persisted. Excuse me, how about we don't fight? I'll give you this. Look at the teddy. Not me. Good boy. Get your teddy. That's it. Good boy. Good boy. Good. Yay. So I'm really pleased. Oh, and he's switching to play. And I'm really pleased that he processed that and worked through it. All right. So real life shaping session. I wouldn't probably have gone on quite so long normally with a puppy. Yeah, good. But he was in the game, so it won't hurt him. I'd probably make the next session a little bit simpler, just to balance it out. And it's great, if you know, he didn't do this. So he's coming off the food, and he's playing and choosing to play, which is fantastic, okay? And he is starting to do that, but as I mentioned previously, I've had to work it a little bit, but it's now progressing. All right, so anybody got any questions about that session? Live session, where you can see me training my puppy, and what I do when they struggle, or... Oh, ow, that's my hand. Good boy. And letting them figure it out. Yeah, he's pretty great, isn't he, Corinne? Yeah, I'm pretty biased, but I think he's pretty great. Any other guys why my video plays? Oh, sorry, Karen. Not sure why that's happening. Yeah. Would you? I'm just okay. So I love watching them thinking. Yeah, me too. I love watching them think and process information. And he did it really calmly. You know, so if that was Jungle, she would have been absolutely going nuts by now. And obviously she's learned to work through that. She shapes beautifully now, but that was something that she had to be taught to calm down and think. He's got a nice thinking element to him, but he's obviously, got a lot about him. So that's quite unique. A lot of dogs, like my colleagues, would probably go, I don't know what you want me to do, you just show me. If the dog had persisted and struggled, I would evaluate what I was doing. So to be fair, if I had the orientation square on, I think I wouldn't have got it. I don't think I would have got that response. So I just made an adjustment on the fly. And the only reason I positioned it like that is because of the camera. I wanted you guys to see the dog standing. But from a training point of view, the angle, actually, the best angle would have been this way, but all you would have got would have been his bum. So a slight angle, and he coped brilliantly. He worked it out brilliantly. I was really, really pleased with how he persisted in a thoughtful, calm, intent way, yeah, which is pretty unique. That doesn't come naturally to dogs, okay? Okay, let's have a look. Any questions? Do you think the treats in him would possibly making him a bit sticky? Bridget asked, would you think the treats being in your lap was possibly making him a bit sticky? Would you put them in a pot, etc. instead? Yes, I absolutely think they were making him sticky. I think he was going, I want the treats. But I wanted to learn from day one, really early, that the reinforcement's there. If you want the reinforcement, do the behaviour. And obviously I reinforced him. I was rewarding quite a lot. And even if I wasn't giving a treat, I was a good boy. Yeah, that's it. Hey, up. Hey, shh. What to do? Want this thing? Good boy. So I was still reinforcing him just with verbal praise. Stick down your mouth and not my arm. Good boy. But no, I absolutely want to work that through with the dog sooner rather than later, where they see the reinforcement and they just can't think. He will absolutely, once his drive for a toy kicks in, he's going to be that type of dog. See the reward, see the sleeve, see the toy, see the food, and he'll go, I can't possibly. I want him to learn that the reward's there. If you want the reinforcement, you have to offer behaviour in regards. Come here. Good one. Any more questions? Savage. Only more savage. Okay. Okay. All right. So hopefully that's been interesting for you to watch a live session. I'm going to have it on my. Obviously, this will be available on Facebook for you to watch. So exciting announcement. Today is the day when my Obedience Fanatics group and course is open. So that's in addition to the courses that were available. So I've taught online, I've taught heel work and foundation classes online for quite some time now. And obviously you guys got to meet the VIP group of the heel work and foundation. What's happened now is that's all under one banner. So it's one group called the Obedience Fanatics, so Funatics, Fanatics. And it's one group for people that are interested in obedience and also foundation for dog sports, okay? A lot of the stuff in there will cover, it's a dog training group, so there's a lot of good dog training in there, or great dog training in there, and not just focused specifically on obedience, but obviously the content of the course, let me stick a toy in my mouth, is focused on obedience. The people in the group are absolutely fantastic. It's such a great community of people that are equally supportive and have been incredibly successful. For example, just this weekend, one of the VIP members qualified her Malinois in IGP, so that's incredibly fantastic, who's been in that group from day dot. So that's been incredible, another incredible achievement by one of the VIPers. So shout out to Alison, fantastic, super proud of you, and she's worked really, really hard. Great team they are, so that's amazing. So just another example of somebody doing well in on that format, utilising online training to get the best out of their dog and their team. So the course this year only, okay, the course, you can get access to the heel work course, the foundation course, and the new content, and get the VIP access for a very exclusive offer. So you can go to my Facebook page, okay, go to my website, or www.obediencefanatic.com, and you can sign up there, okay? So what I'm going to also do, I'm running all this week, shortly after I come off this live, I'm going to share a video promotion for Obedience Fanatics. Anybody that likes that video, okay, I'm going to be giving 2 places away, of 2 of those access to all those courses and the VIP groups to 2 people, and there is 2 specific criteria for those people. So one of the places will go to anybody that shares, okay, there'll be 1 place to be won, and the other one will be for anybody that's never ever done obedience before. So you might be an agility handler that wants to cross over to obedience, or you might be a newbie obedience handler, or you might be somebody in IGP that's never done competitive obedience. So all you have to do when you share the video is tag me and put hashtag Obedience Fanatics, okay? Or if you're a newbie, put hashtag Obedience Fanatics Newbie, all one word, okay? I'll put it in the post, so don't worry, you don't have to remember this information. So there will be 2 free places given away. One will be to be somebody that is already doing dog sports and wants to join the course. The other one, okay, is for somebody that's never partaken in obedience specifically, and they are new to obedience but want to get into obedience. There will be a place for you. So if you are somebody that currently competes in obedience but wants to have access to me as your coach, you can tag me in the post and put Obedience Fanatics. If you are a person that is new and wants to come into obedience, tag me and put hashtag Obedience Fanatics Newbie, okay? And I'll put that all in the post so you don't have to remember. But when I come off this live, I'm going to post a video with all that information, and you can share that video. And on Friday, on Friday, I'm going to announce the winner. All right? So from him, he's getting a bit fidgety, so I suspect he wants to go to the toilet, which is a good sign. He doesn't normally give me this information. So I'm going to let him out. Enjoy the rest of your day. I hope that's been interesting for you to watch a live shaping session with a green dog, how I allow them to figure stuff out, and hopefully laying foundations for the future, creating a dog that can be thoughtful, that can think whilst it's in drive and problem solve in a constructive way, how I adjust my training sessions to help or hinder my puppy, and obviously when my dog struggles and when they learn cues for the first time, how I process and work them through that, all right? Just as a final point, somebody did pick up that the side that I work my dogs on. Obviously it wasn't relevant in this video specifically, but the videos are always flipped because of I flip my camera just so I can see that and make sure that I'm being picked up and I can view questions. All right, I think we're all good. So Oh, where did I get the platforms from? So actually, I got these from where I was teaching this weekend. I'm not entirely sure who made them, but I can certainly find out and put it on the group. All right? But they're great because they've got rubber on them. I think you can probably get them from Agility. Somebody put them on Agility sites and you probably get these. Hang on, pups. But I got them this weekend. They were being sold by where I was teaching up in Durham. But I can certainly find out for you and let you know. All right. Love you guys and leave you guys. Have a good day. See you soon.